Already starts with quite a bit of a hold back over towards A. This could put quite the dent in this attack for Disguised. You see two players playing the lurk right now.
Fascinate in. Clear will take a lot of space here. They're going to try for an A lobby crunch already.
I love this crunch. It's going to work out perfectly. Will is all the way out in the open. Same thing with Drone, but the two players, they're just taking their sweet time, waiting for the three players from site to push out instead. ZexRow, Genghsta, both getting fragged, but it's only Ange! Ange with a crossfire! He gets 2 headshots! Might he get a 3rd kill? I mean, he's just waiting for the cross, but he has the spike. This is beautiful from Ange. They have a turret here too. Again, 10 HP. You could play this as slow as you want, Mad Lions. It's just 1 bullet to the body. Just need the contact, but Genghsta, he's doing his best to isolate. That's all he wants right now. He wants a couple headshots. He wants the lucky pixel.
But just for the whole split in general, and we're talking as well further into 2023, where you're looking at circuit points at 1. So a lot at stake for these teams. And between 2 teams, Gus, that I think are some of the best right now in terms of the open qualifier lineup.
Absolutely. Here we go, actually, in the middle of A. It's just going to be Clear doing his own thing.
Big kill.
Oh, my goodness gracious. It was Genghsta coming up from behind, but you had the good pinch. That's going to be the stuff that we were actually quite anticipating from Mad Lions last week, but we didn't exactly see Clear get let off that leash. If anything, Disguised, they were all playing up quite up as a team. If anything, it was Steel being the entry, which was quite the difference. But Clear, he's been let go a bit. You see the double satchel at the beginning of the round, but now Mad Lions, of course, they're facing up against Stingers. They have Spectres. They're looking for the retake. Genghsta does get the trade back. Lots of space here for DSG, but they do not have the middle of sight. Finally, Exalt getting a frag. So much utility. These two players in the middle can't do anything. It's rifles. It's Spectres for Mad Lions. They opt to stay on their spawn, but this is good for Mad Lions. Completely mitigating any sort of instant pressure that they could get. They're just playing for contact, and they're just playing for rotation.
They have almost gotten the stack right here, but this Disguise kind of, I mean, they're going to very confidently walk into this site, and so Clear already tagged down to 29
Great
HP.
nade.
Again, we're looking at that head-to-head between Clear and Will. Whoa. Clear being one of the big players in the last round. And it does actually kick off here with a single kill. That is a Phantom in the hands now of Will, who is at full HP, has a decent bit of util, but Clear is going to have to deal with 4 of these players. Again, a guy that we talked about. You got to watch out for this man. We'll see what he can do here.
29 HP! And Clear could have gotten so much more. But this, again, DSG just chipping down the defense as they rotate. 4 players down in the spawn, 1 player isolated in spawn.
That's also 2 rifles picked up here now by Mad Lions. And Will still has a double blast pack and a boom bot to get in. Drone, not yet. With the stun. Oh, very well timed Molly though here. And
they're gonna wait
for
that
the follow
Molly.
up is gonna be that fault line.
Okay, stun coming in. Genghsta can't make it out. Again, suppressed, but Steel around the corner. He might get found out by the boom bot. They gotta clear that out. Steel! The off angle works out perfectly for him.
Mad Lions having only just ZexRow be the guy sitting on the B side. Oh, that's a risky peek from Exalt. That gives up a lot of information there towards Mad Lions. In Disguise, they haven't done too much in terms of space taking. They're going to have Clear and Steel work up to get a lurk pick, but it goes back and forth, and now Mad Lions have regrouped in a 4-on-3.
I mean, yeah, you say that. 2 players dry peek out of spawn, right into B. Clear getting yet another frag in the Rolling Thunders to confirm sight. I mean, that was literally just 2 people dry swinging out of B.
Trying to bait out this orbital strike.
30 seconds left.
They're holding it for a retake, not even to deny the spike plant. Genghsta is just going to barely get out of it. We're playing with 2 orbital strikes. Steel's got his for the post plant, and he is in a good position to use it as well.
If they can find that Brim's position, they might be able to isolate. They actually utilize the orbital strike to clear out tower. Amazing spray from Genghsta. How does Genghsta stay alive there at all? Will now in a 1v2 behind orbital strike. Has Clear in a 1v1. Has the showstopper in front of him too if Clear wants to use it. Will also has one if he kills him, but Clear kills him instead.
Drone is guaranteed to have that Rolling Thunder, so we're in the middle ground where ultimates do end up becoming an important factor in a half like this. And Disguise, a team that hadn't won a single map of Fracture, they come into this with a really strong game plan. And that slow style really working in their favor. They're able to manipulate rotations like we saw in that last run. Like, as I was talking, Clear kind of just capitalizing on a lot of space that Mad Lions had given up. So This next round for Mad Lions is going to be with those rifles, and it's a question.
I mean, again, DSG, we were awaiting this slower playstyle. It didn't exactly know if on Fracture they were going to maybe change things up, take clear off the raise, maybe onto maybe an agent that they could take more space with. But so far, they're just letting Mad Lions pretty much waltz into them. They let time go by. They let Mad Lions get into their own heads, get into different positions. Now, by the end of this round, it could just be clean once again.
DSG are actually putting some acceleration into this hit.
Yeah, absolutely. Just the one person on site, though, taking on the Rolling Thunder. The smokes are off. The orbital strike is good. Clears away clear. Nobody else can get into the middle of sight. It ends up taking away one. Here we go again. Exalt coming out of main. There's still one more player coming out of there. It's incredible to me that Clear is still alive. 30 HP left, and finally he goes away. This retake is fully in there for Mad Lions. They have to cover up this lockdown, though. Genghsta trying to get a spray down. 3 seconds left. Couldn't get the kills, but ZexRow is in on site. A 2v1.
Oh my gosh.
Headshot. What a shot from ZexRow. Has an orbital strike to deal with. 40 seconds left. Ange is in spawn, waiting for a contact. ZexRow, there's no way he's getting closer. ZexRow walking into the mouth of the beast.
Another fast look in towards B.
And they see the economy too. This is another opportunity to actually reset Mad Lions. DSG needs this round. 2 players currently holding up on site. But this is way slower for DSG.
He walks forward. Ange gets forward instead, but Clear. They had that read. You tell the Clear out just in case.
I mean, this has to be the push in now. Nobody flanking. They're going to have that Brim up soon. ZexRow is just trying to clear up for ZexRow. But again, no smokes up just yet.
This is so crazy. Yeah, no smokes, and they're not even committed to sight. Steel was hoping that someone would push down A, but no one does. Now the smokes are coming out, and XXiF just catching Trick out in the open.
Look at the amount of control they have right up until the point they get the smokes up. Finally, they take sight with full tower control, full stairs control. It's only 2 players remaining here, but this is the disguise that we wanted to see.
Yeah, and they will know that that's going to be there at least was an attempt at a crutch towards the north side, so they're going to accelerate, take the site control. I don't think there's much here to write for Mad Lions. They only have a single Stinger and a Sheriff.
Yep, should just be trying to farm ult points or just trying to die at the very end. I mean, both have the exact same objective. DSG almost doing the exact same thing. That's why some of these players are hunting ZexRow. He had 3 ult points left, and he gets all 3 of them in one fell swoop. And ZexRow, Trick. He has 1 ult point left. He gets a kill here. He could use that ulti to try to hold this down. And indeed, he gets the frag. He is suppressed. He has to wait a little bit until he can actually utilize this ultimate. This is very good for Disguise still. They're in on sight. And XXiF, the lurker, does get the kill onto ZexRow. 4v4 now.
You have an orbital strike here and a null command to play the retake. And they are again trying to ban out all these Yuto. First comes the aftershock, and Trick, still good for a second, has his null command as well. This gets tricky here for Disguise.
And the knife still going out. Trick, no, not. He actually utilized the ultimate right before he goes down. Good timing, but XXiF, good spot. They're actually pushing that smoke even more. 3 players from Mad Lions, and they're just stuck in their spawn. Again, no plant though. They have time. They're chilling for now. 35 seconds left, and they do not check their flank. Huge kills coming in. Mad Lions go down to 1. 1v3 now. Low HP. Drone has a little bit of a chance, but he has the wide swing out of the orbital strike.
Mad Lions are scared. Alarmbot's going to reveal that this is a focus towards Arcade. 2 players still are going to work that part of Tree, but Clear's going to go in first. The showstopper does get the kill. Oh, no, it's not that. It gets the kill. It's instead the nade. Good trades coming through, and Will's going to have to try and act quick.
Yep, Will with 2 players right in front of him. And XXiF comes out of the smoke to take him down. Good peek from XXiF. It's pretty much over now, right? 1v4?
This has just been a ridiculous first half from Disguise. Like, I can call and say Clear has probably been the 10-2 is a difficult scoreline to come back from. And so Mad Lions accelerating now in towards the B site. The tripwire might actually not a kill, and it does. 2 big frags already from Disguised.
Yeah, it's going to be 3 people on site and no coverage from the spawn clear. Exalt coming out, 3 players coming out, and it's Steel with a double.
Ollie, there's a smoke ready for Disguise to contest A main.
Dude, how are there 4 people on this side of the map completely calling them out? Here we go, though. Knife alongside the fault line to try to clear out this corner. And it might just work. Nobody else is clearing. The trades could come in for Mad Lions. Again, keyword could, but instead it's DSG. 3 players with the crossfire. 4 players, excuse me, in the middle of main. No chance. ZexRow. I could try it, whatever. DSG. Already thinking about that next map again, Fracture.
Goes out, the same contest, the same slow start. This time it's gonna be a stun.
The same fault line, the same knife, and this time the same satchel doesn't actually miss its mark. There goes Will taking down Steel. ZexRow coming out of ditch. Again, the exact same position. Exalt does get the trade, but this is way better. 2 players going down. And now a big chance in a 3v4. Potentially Mad Lions might have sight.
Ooh, the spray from Exalt. I don't know if it was his spray that caught Will, but it did damage. No flash. I mean, you're up 12-2. I would have the confidence to take this kind of swing.
Oh, yeah, Will is there. What a spray down from Genghsta. Right through the wall, but again, low HP for Will. 2 players remaining. Ange has a molly to work with, but it's his teammates that are currently in main. No molly under Trick either. Ange really just has to hold on to his sight. It's all in his lonesome. He does have a crossfire. He's waiting up for that cross. XXiF. Okay, that's a perfect cage. Isolates the battle against Ange. The 2v2 now as Ange goes down. The crossfire's down. Okay, cage goes down. Genghsta waiting for the 1v2. Can just defuse down to half, but the Cypher, no way! No way, Genghsta! Finishes off the map with a bang!
And in 2v1 fashion, Genghsta is going to pull out map number 1 there for Disguise, who have made no noise and are starting to ramp it up and have gotten right onto the B site.
I mean, trying to get the plant down, but Exalt doesn't care. Exalt still goes for the wide swing, and there goes Trick instantly getting traded. 4v3 now. Mad Lions needs to make a big rotation.
They're going to fight for this mid-link area. They had XXiF as well working. They wanted to make sure they couldn't get flanked, wanted to win that mid-link fight.
Good point.
And in a 3-on-4, Wall is down, and Will has been good to find one. We needed him to light up, and here's a start.
Again, they fought for that link. They know that there could just be control there, and here comes XXiF. XXiF with the first contact, but you still have Steel. Steel has the first contact, but doesn't get the kill. Still has Drone, gets the frag, but the frenzy around the corner to overwhelm. Good instant reaction from Will. If Will gives Steel a little bit more time there, he takes on a 1v2 instead.
Big entries, and now Clear moved on to the Viper, which isn't something that we highlighted too much on. It's that kind of a really big role swap for a double controller setup that Disguise have gone for, and so it has worked very well in the past for Disguise. This round, I don't think much is going to come to fruition, as you can see already. Trick picking up that Vandal, but for now, Mad Lions coasting for the time being to a 2-0 start, keeping, I was going to say 4 players alive, but at least 2 of these rifles moving forward, hopefully, and that will put them in a pretty good economic position going into round number 3, where Disguise get their full buy on the board as well.
Maybe some more. They're playing Crossfire again with no contact in sight. They have no chance to actually take away the spike. So actually they take away 3 guns. They're gonna get all of this control.
Clear comes here anyway,
right up for free. It's gonna be that 1v1 battle with Will. Exalt wins it out. Everyone else from Mad Lions back up into their sights. Oh no, Clear, like you said, alongside the spike. But it was Trick all the way on the open. I thought it was gonna be the free frag.
A lot of mid space open up here by Disguise. Both these Mad Lions players have grouped up back in towards a main. Trick wanted another. ZexRow not in a position there to trade. That concedes the B site almost entirely. ZexRow was very good in the open qualifiers, and we need him to come alive again. XXiF there for 1. In Disguise, they thought that he was going to have a double there, but he only gets 1, so a 2-1-3 in this retake, and it's entirely doable here for Mad Lions.
Absolutely, ZexRow still waiting though. Whoa, they faked the plan instead. Steel's trying to find a gap. Kill does go on to ZexRow though. Ange trying to stop this. 1v3, 22 seconds left. Gangsta's low! And Ange doesn't get the frag. Mad Lions.
Nightfall is going to get used here, it looks like. And the Cosmic Fly to guarantee this round. There's not a lot bottom in this round for Mad Lions, yet still Disguise give that respect.
Doesn't look like they even expected the half buy. Looks like the cash was fine for Mad Lions, but they just stick to around that 3K. Excuse me, 2K instead. 45 seconds. Plant will finally go down. No one's going to push out of that Cosmic.
A lot of
Mad Lions
spray
are just
going
gonna
on
wait
here.
out. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just
so
it's such a
much-
weird waiting game. They're just waiting out this utility.
It's the
Drone and
backside
Ange.
activity mainly. And they're hoping for that flank from
Finally.
ZexRow, which actually
Yep.
gets nothing from it. So that should dismantle this retake here for Mad Lions.
And the stars are gone too. They have to push out onto site. They have to watch this 1v3 essentially. XXiF gonna be able to get the crossfire. Clear is now here. It was a 1v3 for Genghsta, but now it's a 4v1 instead. Might peek on.
There's no
Allow
one
time for
peeking on B.
DSG.
There's no one peeking on B for Mad Lions, so they don't know that this walk-up has happened, and it's gonna happen again. Exalt has got the ult as well to counter out Will's showstopper, and ZexRow just has no idea they slipped all the way into B halls already.
It's just unfortunate, but again, they were more or less playing for that retake. It was only ZexRow here.
Blocking vision.
Here we go now. It's going to be a full 5v5. We're looking at guns here. They're clearing out mid so slowly now. We've seen already so many
They
lurks from
backed out
DSG.
so fast. There's no knife here from Exalt to cancel out this showstopper, but time is being bought here from Disguise. Exalt the only man in sight, contesting with the flash.
ZexRow just goes right on through, and he's cutting down the defense. But Mad Lions instead, they do take one back with a showstopper. Clear still at the top. 3 players, 2 players at the top of mid, top of long, excuse me. Clear does have the angle, but Drone gets him instead.
Are you kidding
and
me?
That's the ultimate frag. Steel was waiting the entire...
Going towards mid for the second time in a row.
Run.
And instead, for their troubles, they get a lockdown in their face. The best thing they can do now is potentially take back A control, but it's just not going to happen. They have to back out towards their spawn. DSG, again, looking for another clean round. It's not like their economy is fully out of the way.
Bring them down.
But it's yet another round where 5 players stay alive here for Mad Lions, trying to
wow.
make this retake happen.
They are fighting so heavily here, Disguise. This is something that they did on Fracture, something they did in the last round, something they're doing here again. And I can think you can almost...
Again, it might be the same situation that we saw a few rounds ago. They face a loss, but they just don't know if their opponents have guns or not. So they're just going to put every piece of util possible. Just a regular exec. 2 players are going to be here on B.
I
But
love that
XXiF is
smoke
going to face
setup.
2 of his own back over on A.
Yeah, this is what that smoke kind of does on B long that these guys are throwing. It's drawing out aggression. Granted, they lose the aggression. Ult's going to get popped here as well. 2 ultimates getting popped out here as well. They know a rifle's been
Trick is
picked up.
found. What? Exalt runs right towards him, and it's going to be the free frag for Trick. Clear's trying to find a shot with a shotgun, too, and he's going to keep the Viper's orb, Viper's pit open. But
Oh
he's way
my,
too close.
ZexRow!
ZexRow gets right in the face of Clear. It's still going to be the kill back for Exalt, but you have one in heaven. Hasn't showed himself yet, but does go down. Ange has been slowly rotating this entire time through mid and is finally going to make his appearance. Still has a Cosmic Divide. Still could cover up the spike if he wants to with some utility, but still, grab Will on top. Steel does pull. There goes the haunt. The defuse has to go in now. It has to be a full
Nothing's
ninja
hitting.
defuse. They have to miss their bullets, but it's not going to happen. Anyone trying to make that first contact, anyone trying to push up A main. This is just everyone from DSG here. Gravwell is going to be utilized. Here comes finally the push. Exalt's going to be able to get the first. No one else from Mad Lions is here.
Empty site, but they do get one pick as they go into the site. And Clear was watching earlier for the B long push. They're reading into these kind of flanks that Mad Lions are going for. A big trade and a 4-on-4, but this is what Disguise do all the time. They could be an A main. They could be already in Flowers. They could be in Spawn. So
they're
many
denying the
angles to
info too.
Clear.
Cosmic Divide is going to go up in main, but that position doesn't even matter. Everyone's in the back. Steel in the front line with a double, and he pulls out the shotgun and make it a third. Steel going to go for 4, but it doesn't matter.
Another really slow walk up. And that first pick is kind of scaring XXiF into holding this position. He lost it as well before, so you have to be cautious of these Mad Lions that are now starting to put pressure on these flanks. Even with these lesser guns, it's still a threat. Spike goes down, a little bit of damage on the Genghsta. XXiF has worked his way up and towards B-Link. Here's a player coming in from Connector Spawn. But there's kills going the back way of Mad Lions. This has come down to a 2v3. Oh my god!
What a flick! Has a third eye! Flicks right behind him! There's no chance that Trick has this 1v2! Finding the gap, predicting what your opponents are going to do, has given them a round.
Pulling them in.
Here comes the rifles trying to come out of halls, but it's going to be a 3-man crossfire
What
here.
a work in.
It's done.
That was beautiful for Mad Lions.
Wow.
Doesn't swing, pulls the grab well, and then the rest of it, the
When these
split.
3 players trying to rotate are going to be able to do anything. A B split coming in, only 1 person in the back line. The lockdown being used too. This is going to be a full retake from Mad Lions.
And I like this. They're leaving Zip here towards B-Link so that lockdown doesn't get popped in towards B-Link. And they can play this post split the way they want to. You get this spike down. This is very similar to what we saw when, in that like 3rd round where they're playing towards long and they're just playing the post plan.
They have a nade and a showstopper to stop this too, but here comes Will. Excuse me, Will. Oh my goodness. Will not gonna be able to find anything because of the knife. There goes ZexRow. Does take the frag back. Ange needs to get this done. Zip finally comes out of mid, but it's just too late.
This guys have a pretty good read here as well. You know, now for Zip is contesting towards B-Link. Granted, there's a contest. The spike isn't going that way, and a big fight out towards mid. A steal gets one. Zip will fall, but that will open up the A site, and now Disguise are kind of chasing these players to try and make the retake happen.
And they were looking for a lot more too. Very, very cheeky from Drone and Trick to be pretty much back in their spawn. DSG. They're going to be coming from 3 different angles. How do they even opt to play this? I think they're waiting a little bit for that util to come up.
Every player on Mad Lions is watching a major choke point. Trick.
Oh,
Smoke gets pulled off of him. He does get the contest, but this is Disguise working in a lot of one-on-ones.
There you go. 2 contacts had. Gangsta's going to come out. This is working. 3 positions, 3 frags. Ange is now the last one remaining in 1v3. Has the grab wall, takes down the first, needs a headshot onto Steel, but Steel takes it away instead. Defuse, however, is going to go down.
Oh, he gets it! It was 3 players got into Art. This time, Steel is playing with a solo rifle. He has a star to work with.
Did they see him? Then now they saw him.
Oh, Steel!
There you go. Lines up the headshots. 2 was pretty much the best that he could hope for. But no, Ziff had such an important position, and he goes down to ZexRow. Now it's Genghsta, a 1v3. Unless, of course, the KO can help with a flash, and indeed he does. What a flash! Trick is on site. Genghsta has isolated him, but now Will has finally made his way out. Haunt doesn't pick out anyone, but this is a very strong push from DSG. Both players remaining. Push out immediately.
HP is low, though, for ZexRow, and they're really not in positions to fight together
Oh,
here.
Exalt could at least get...
Exalt could Loki just take this. He could Loki just take this the whole way. It's got to be an early swing. ZexRow, damage has been done. He wins the first. Exalt with another. ZexRow in a one-on-one. And 20 bullets left. You see the HP. You see the player. And Exalt again in a one-on-two. Is going to pick up the round there for Disguise.
Sully, Mad Lions needed the pistol, sure.
That kid has been playing extremely well.
Oh, this position is so crazy. The first contact is going to come from the KO. And from the corner, will come ZexRow. Exalt's going to get the first frag. 2 kills from Ziff. And that should already give DSG a strong, strong chance of the rest of this round. 28 HP left for Will. Will needs headshots going forward, but it just won't happen. They're going to play it more of an instant crossfire style, of an instant trade style.
There's a fade ult here from Genghsta to contest this A main area, or probably this A art area. And even then, they're still gonna go just for a big fight. They're gonna try and split back in towards B-Link Mad Lions.
They have the ulti. Exalt could just have the null command ready if they actually go out.
Ridiculous from Clear.
And he has it. Null command shuts them down. They just run away.
And back over towards where that Nightfall still is in play. They're not out of this just yet, Mad Lions. You wanted to avoid the Nightfall, you wanted to avoid the KO ultimate, well now you're going to tie either one of them.
Oh no. 2 players remaining. Ange and Will have no other option other than to bum rush it down B. Here's the ulti. The showstopper doesn't catch. Exalt completely, and Clear does have the position onto Ange. Ange down to 95 HP. Is gonna go down to 0 soon. 12.
High from both these sides. Granted, a lot weaker from Mad Lions and a lot more aggressive from Disguise.
Oh my. Ooh. ZexRow's gonna get a big one, but again, it's only 1 person here on B to try to hold this down. Clear has to do a lot more, but with the Cosmic Divide, it has to be
I think it's maintain this control. This B-Link control is gonna be critical.
This
Ziv has his
lockdown
ultimate,
position.
right? Exactly.
His lockdown position is insane.
And ZexRow lost his with him going down. They trade the Nightfalls, and they will pop this lockdown here as well. That's
Yeah,
going
are
to
they
move
gonna be able to hold it?
everyone all the way. It covers both B holes and the top of long.
Yep. This raise. Whoa, there's 2 people here on site. They're gonna try to fight it. XXiF and Steel, however, take him down. 2v4. Gravwell is used against, again, Cosmic Divide is still up. They have no chance, Mad Lions. Disguised in dominant fashion, take up the best win in VCT yet.
It has been an incredible 2-map series from Disguised. From start to finish, it was clean, it looked good. Disguised, whatever mistakes that Steel was talking about against Guard, simply not apparent here.